What would you say is the overriding kind of feeling about Harry and Meghan over there at this point?
Well, it's difficult. I think in the press, it's very kind of anti-them.
Yes.
And it's been sort of a gift to William and Kate because now they're like deified in the British press. Now, they could do no wrong.
In a surprising turn of events, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is reportedly enraged after what many are calling a huge snub on the Graham Norton Show. Fans who tuned in were shocked to see that during Harry's appearance, Graham Norton, one of the UK's most popular talk show hosts, did something that many believe was disrespectful. He completely ignored Harry's royal title. Now, we know that Harry has had a complicated relationship with the media for years. His decision to step back from his official royal duties in 2020 has made him a target for both admiration and criticism. But no one expected something like this to happen on a show that's usually all about fun, laughter, and celebrity guests. Graham Norton, known for his humorous and casual approach, has always treated celebrities in a relaxed manner. However, when it came time to introduce Harry, something felt off. Instead of introducing him as the Duke of Sussex or Prince Harry.
This for my family. This is not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because
Graham simply called him Harry. It may seem like a small thing, but to someone like Harry, who has spent his entire life being introduced with royal titles, this was not a casual slip-up. It was a public snub that many believe was intentional. And this is where the drama begins. Now, let's look at the situation from a bigger perspective. The Graham Norton Show is known for its fun and light-hearted atmosphere. It's a show where even the biggest stars can relax, joke around, and share a laugh with the audience. No one really expects anything too serious to happen there. And when Harry appeared on the show, it was supposed to be another casual moment in his journey of moving away from royal duties. He was there to talk, not necessarily to make headlines. But what happened next was anything but casual.
yes, my family read the tabloids. It's laid out at breakfast when everyone comes together. So whether you walk around saying you believe it or not, it's still leaving an imprint in your mind.
As the audience waited for Harry's moment to shine on stage, everyone expected the usual introduction. When famous personalities appear on the show, they're often introduced with a bit of flair, with their full titles and roles. And given Harry's position in the royal family, many viewers anticipated that he would be introduced as Prince Harry or the Duke of Sussex, the titles that have been a part of his identity for decades. But instead, Graham Norton introduced Harry simply as Harry. No title, no acknowledgement of his royal position.
Getting drunk, falling out of clubs, taking drugs. I'd now found the love of my life, and I now had the opportunity to start a family with her.
It wasn't a mistake, either. It felt deliberate. In fact, the way Norton skipped over Harry's royal titles left fans and royal watchers wondering, was this an intentional act? Was it a statement? Now, this moment may seem small to some people, but to those who understand the significance of royal titles, it was a big deal. Harry's life has been defined by those titles. It's how he's known around the world. And while Harry has chosen to step away from his formal royal duties, it's clear that a part of him still holds on to that identity. For him, it's not just about the title itself. It's about respect. The way he's treated, the way he's acknowledged in public, is still incredibly important. When Graham Norton ignored this, it wasn't just a moment of casual disregard. It was a moment that spoke volumes. And that's what's really troubling Harry. It wasn't just about a slip-up. It was about what it meant.
Unprecedented details about Harry's accusation that his own family members used the tabloid press against him and his wife, Meghan.
For Harry, this could feel like yet another reminder that he's no longer the prince he once was. He's no longer Prince Harry. He's just Harry. And this small change in how he was addressed could feel like a much bigger blow to his sense of identity. When we talk about titles in the royal world, we have to understand how deeply embedded they are in a person's identity. For Prince Harry, being called the Duke of Sussex or Prince Harry isn't just about a title. It's a symbol of his role in the royal family. Even though Harry and Meghan decided to step away from royal duties, Harry still holds that title. It's part of who he is. It's something he was born into, and it's something that's been with him through all of his public life. Now, imagine living your entire life with that royal title. Everywhere you go, everyone calls you by your title. Prince, Duke, Your Royal Highness. It becomes a part of your public persona. And then, one day, you show up on a major talk show, expecting to be treated with the same respect, only to hear your name called without the usual royal acknowledgement.
They felt as though it made them look bad. They felt as though they didn't have a chance or weren't able to do that for their partners. What Meghan had to go through was similar in some part to what Kate and what Camilla went through. Very different circumstances. But then you add in the race element, which was what the British press jumped on straight.
For Harry, this wasn't just a missed opportunity. It was a deliberate choice, and one that could have made him feel like he was being erased. It was as if, for a moment, Harry wasn't a royal at all. He was simply Harry, just another celebrity on the couch. And for someone who's always been at the center of the royal spotlight, that's not a small thing. Imagine how Harry must have felt in that moment. All eyes on him, but feeling like he wasn't given the proper respect he deserves. The frustration must have been building inside him, and that's where the real drama begins. So, how did Harry react to this snub? Was he angry, upset, or did he keep his cool? This is where the story gets a bit more personal. While Harry is known for his calm demeanor, especially in public settings,
we're going to begin this hour, though, with a segment of Prince Harry's 60 Minutes interview that you may not have heard before. The Duke of Sussex spoke with Anderson Cooper about his new memoir, Spare, last night on 60 Minutes.
We can't ignore the fact that moments like these must be incredibly difficult for him. After all, he's had a rocky relationship with the media for years, and this feels like another pushback against him. It's easy to imagine Harry's emotions running high, but he tried his best to mask his frustration. We saw him smile and nod along with the conversation, but there was a noticeable shift in his body language. He didn't seem as relaxed as usual. His smile didn't quite reach his eyes, and while he didn't say anything out loud, you could feel the tension. The fact that he was even on the show in the first place, as a guest, is already a big deal, but to be treated this way? That had to sting. Let's be real.
Within the family, as such, there's a spare and the heir. My brother being the heir and me being the spare. And so I think it was just a really good opportunity to choose a title that had been somewhat used against me for a long part of my life.
Harry's not just any celebrity. He's a royal, whether the media likes it or not. His family's history is full of drama, tradition, and formality. So when a high-profile host like Graham Norton skips over his title, it's not just an oversight. It's a sign of the continuing tension between Harry and the public. And Harry, like anyone in his shoes, must have felt the weight of it. Did he want to speak up? Maybe, but he likely knew the moment would pass. After all, he's learned to play the game with the media. But even with all his experience, that moment, that one small snub, couldn't have felt good. Once the episode aired, the reaction was immediate. Fans and critics alike flooded social media with their opinions. Everyone had something to say. Some viewers defended Graham Norton, saying it was just a casual mistake, no harm done. But many others felt differently. They were quick to call out the snub, suggesting that it was more than just an innocent slip-up. Some even wondered if this was a sign of the growing divide between Harry and the royal family. On Twitter, the hashtag #HarrySnub quickly started trending. People were asking, was it a mistake? Was it intentional? Some even began speculating that Graham Norton had deliberately chosen not to acknowledge Harry's royal title as a statement against the monarchy, or as a subtle way of criticizing Harry's royal status.
We were discussing the publication of Prince Harry's highly anticipated memoir, Spare, which was released today.
And to share their views on the revelations, we're joined now by Vanessa Feltz, King Charles's former Communications Secretary.
The debates on social media were heated. On one side, you had fans who believed Harry deserved to be treated with respect, no matter his royal status. On the other side, there were those who argued that Harry had stepped away from royal duties, so why should he expect to be treated any differently from other celebrities? For Harry, this moment likely became much bigger than he had intended. It wasn't just about one episode on a talk show anymore. It was about the ongoing drama surrounding his relationship with the British public, the media, and his royal family. The snub may have seemed small at first, but it set off a chain reaction. The more people talked about it, the more the story grew. And Harry, who has spent so much of his life under a microscope, now found himself at the center of yet another royal controversy. Was this the beginning of a bigger issue, or would it blow over? Only time would tell. But one thing was for sure, this moment was far from over. So, what's the real story behind Graham Norton's decision to not introduce Harry with his royal title? Was it a mistake? Or could it have been a personal choice? This is where things get a little more complicated. Graham Norton has always been known for his humorous and sometimes controversial style. But would he really risk angering one of the most famous members of the royal family just for a laugh? It's hard to say, but considering the ongoing tension between Harry and the media,
I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there.
Many people think this could have been more than just a casual mistake. There's also the fact that Graham Norton is no stranger to making bold statements. He's been known to poke fun at celebrities, and in the past, he's even made subtle digs at the royal family. Could this be another example of Graham making a statement about Harry's status and his decision to step away from royal duties? If you look at it from that angle, you could argue that it wasn't just about the show. It was about what not acknowledging Harry's royal title represented. Perhaps Graham was sending a message, not just to Harry, but to the public too. Maybe this wasn't just a TV host making a mistake. Maybe this was Graham Norton drawing a line in the sand. But then again, it's also possible that Graham Norton simply forgot, or didn't think it was necessary to make a big deal of Harry's royal title. After all, Harry himself has said that he doesn't want to be treated like a normal royal anymore. So, could it have been a reflection of Harry's desire to distance himself from royal life? The truth is, we may never know for sure whether Graham's decision was intentional. But what's clear is that it definitely sparked a conversation. And that's the last thing Harry probably wanted at this stage in his life.
No, he didn't. It wasn't, it's not to say that by him saying, no, you can't do this, that there's a rule that says that I can't, right? It was more sort of a brother, I guess, competition.
His frustration with the media and his royal identity is well known. And being reminded of that in such a public way must have been difficult for him to swallow. This entire incident speaks to a much bigger issue: Harry's ongoing, tense relationship with the media. It's no secret that Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, have had their fair share of struggles with the press. From the relentless paparazzi to constant negative stories, the couple has been under intense scrutiny ever since they started dating, and even more so after they stepped away from their royal duties. Harry has spoken openly about how damaging the media's treatment has been. In interviews and public statements, he's described the emotional toll it's taken on both him and his family. And it's clear that this wasn't just a passing frustration. This is an ongoing battle for Harry, one that has shaped his entire life. We've seen how Harry and Meghan have tried to escape the public eye by moving to North America, away from the UK press. But despite their efforts, the media continues to focus on them, twisting every little detail into a headline. So, When something like this happens, when Harry's royal title is ignored on a major talk show, it's not just about what happened in the moment. It's about the years of tension and mistreatment that have built up. In fact, this entire episode might be seen as a reflection of how Harry feels like he's being treated by the media. The public constantly debates his position in the royal family, questioning whether he's still a real royal or just a celebrity. The refusal to acknowledge his title on the Graham Norton Show could be seen as another example of how Harry's royal identity is being questioned and undermined. You have to remember, Harry didn't choose this life. He didn't ask to be a prince, but he's had to live with the pressures, expectations, and constant public gaze. And now, after he's stepped back from royal duties, it's like the media won't let him move on. They keep pulling him back into the royal spotlight, even though that's not what he wants anymore. This snub on the Graham Norton Show might have been small, but it's another reminder of the media's role in keeping Harry tangled up in royal drama. The tension between Harry and the media has only grown stronger over time, and moments like this seem to make it clear. No matter how much Harry tries to move forward, he can't escape his past. The media keeps dragging him back into the royal world, whether he likes it or not. While Harry has often been in the spotlight for his struggles with the royal family and the media, Meghan Markle has played a significant role in shaping his current path. As we all know, Meghan has never been shy about speaking her mind when it comes to the treatment they've received from the press, especially during their time as working royals. In fact, much of the tension between Harry and the media began with the constant criticism and media attacks Meghan faced.
They're amazing, but all you want to do as parents is protect them. And so as we can see what's happening in the online space, we know that there's a lot of work to be done there, and we're just happy to be able to be a part of.
As a couple, Harry and Meghan have been outspoken about their desire to change the narrative and control their own story. So, it's entirely possible that Meghan had some influence on how Harry responded to this snub from Graham Norton. Meghan has always supported Harry's decisions, and this could very well have been a moment where she encouraged him to rise above the situation and ignore the media's attempts to undermine his royal identity. Or, on the other hand, it could have stoked Harry's frustration even further, as it reminded him of the very media battles he's been trying to escape. If anything, Meghan's influence could have made this moment even more emotional for Harry. The couple's relationship with the press is deeply intertwined, and any slight, big or small, is a reminder of their ongoing fight for privacy and respect.
The stage where almost every parent needs to be a first responder, and even the best first responders in the world wouldn't be able to tell the signs of possible suicide. That is the terrifying piece of it.
And this subtle snub by Graham Norton could have felt like yet another reminder of the media's power over their lives. So, what does this moment mean for Harry in the grand scheme of things? We've seen him step away from his royal duties, trying to carve out a new identity for himself. He's focused on philanthropy, his mental health work, and trying to live a more private life with Meghan and their children. But as this snub from Graham Norton shows, Harry is still tied to his royal identity in ways he may not have fully realized. The royal family isn't just about titles and public appearances. It's about legacy. It's about family history. And for Harry, who grew up in the royal spotlight, that legacy is hard to shake off. His royal title isn't just a name. It's a symbol of his family's history and the role they've played in shaping the UK's monarchy. This incident with Graham Norton highlights how challenging it can be for Harry to separate himself from that history, no matter how much he wants to move away from the royal life.
Without question, I'm sure. But what people don't know is the efforts that I've gone to resolve this privately.
He's still viewed by the public through the lens of his royal titles. And moments like this, when he's not treated with the respect of his royal status, must feel like a personal reminder that, even though he's trying to move forward, his past is always going to follow him. Perhaps this is the most painful part of Harry's new life. He's no longer the prince he once was, but he's also not entirely free from the legacy that comes with being a member of the royal family. He's stuck in between two worlds, trying to build something new while being constantly pulled back into the old one.